So I think I had this setup working before and it was okay. It's hard. If I stream one app, just the camera, that doesn't work. If I stream the screen and put the camera up so it shows it, it shuts down on its own. Um, so I'm doing a recording to keep it from shutting down on its own and streaming the screen simultaneously while recording. So I think it's working. I don't know. And it's kind of sad because it's an opening, box opening, so can't really take it. But this is something I guess I should start doing more. And I read a couple of articles about Amazon and customer reviews and video ads. It is possible to set up a YouTube channel, a complete dedicated alone YouTube channel that reviews products for Amazon and links to it, and you get an affiliate marketing link. And I am an Amazon affiliate. I never messed with it. I never done anything with it, but I could set that up. And I buy a lot of stuff anyway, so I can review that. And people, back when I had the apartment in 2023, the government apartment for a minute, people were actually messaging me, businesses were messaging me and asking me to do ad reads. I had 3 or 4 of them, and one of them was like a hair product. What was it? Blow dryer? I forget exactly what it was. Some hair product and shit. It's probably because I have long hair. They approached me over it because of my viewership and stuff. So, always got to be working. There we go. This is the Instant 360 Antigravity 8K 360 drone. So it takes a lot of problems. It's a different style of drone. The FPV drones, you have to aim it and acrobatically fly it to get the shot you want pointing at. So on this, catches everything, so just get it anywhere near your target, and later in post you can make what you want. So the package is surprisingly small. A little disappointed there. However, it has to be light. So there's only so much weight is everything when you're flying. Oh, it's one unit, one square. Big old manual. Oops. Warranty card. I'll put this in the nightstand here. I get to bed tonight. I'll read it. I gotta be studying for my pilot's license too. I already took a brief look and I've got the paper queued up and got everything ready. Okay, scan code for tutorial. Wow, it's small and the goggles are in here too? Okay. Goggles. Flying remote. Nice packaging. Like these bags aren't just cheap cellophane thing. They're nice. This is the drone. Wow, it's small. For a lot of money, I've had multiple cars in my life cheaper than this. Silicate pack. Oh, it kind of flops around. So it fits in your hand, palm of your hand. And they don't lock. They just stay loose, okay? Okay, whoops, of course, the lens caps are on it, but it's kind of like the 360 camera, how it's got a bubble on each side there. Well, what's the forward? Is that forward cameras too? And that's on a, that might be for stability or something. Oh. It's got little landing gear. Oh, and the bottom of it has more sensors and stuff down there. Man, this isn't very heavy. Charge the battery to activate. Tap to check battery. Oh, the battery pulls out like this, because that's most of the weight of the whole device. It's got a USB-C hookup. So the battery literally, like, good shot of that, is most of the device. That's kind of expected. It's so light. This right here is lighter than the Insta360X5, the spherical camera. Probably use carbon fiber or some shit. Little sticker sand put out the landing gear. Micro SD card goes in the back. I got one coming off eBay that's a good deal, but a big one, the full terabyte. I got one coming 256 from Amazon. I'm trying a 256 I had on hand, but it keeps, I'm getting mad errors from the X5. It just keeps fucking up, and I'm dealing with that. I don't know. How it's working. Let me actually get my other phone and check the live stream to see if it's working okay. Stream manager. Okay. Not getting any sound. Oh, is it muted? Okay. Alright, okay, so apparently the first section of the live stream was in silence. The mic wasn't muted. I don't understand what went wrong. I switched it to share only one app to share the camera. So I missed all of that I just said. See, this is one of the reasons I don't do live that much, because it's just a constant fucking problem. And like, there was one time Dason attacked me and I used Instagram Live and I lost the evidence because there was no copy. But I'm actually kind of, you know what, I may have it saved because I recorded the screen. I did a recording of it while I was live streaming it, so I may have that salvaged. So I may be able to get that 10 minutes or whatever, but let me make sure it's working again. No. Say something, type something if someone can see something. I can't. The audio was working a minute ago, and now it doesn't seem to be. I'm really kind of fucking pissed at that. Oh, I just scored fucking big time. I had a charity organization set up to help me with moving into my new place because, get this, for one reason and one reason only, I got a CDIC number, prison number. I've never been upstate, but I have a paper term. 2 year. And they asked me, I went to the place and asked them about it, like, well, we can help you if you've been in the California prison system. So I was like, well, I know the legal, I've never technically been upstate, but I know the legal, but what? I'm not sure if they assigned you a CIC number. So I went, it was right straight to like a mile away. I went straight to the probation office, or parole office, and asked to get my paperwork, and got it, and brought it back, and they approved me, and they said, cool beans. Gave me the thumbs up, and they were going to pay half my rent for 6 months. So then I move in, and I get my agreement, and my landlord was using a license agreement instead of a lease. I did the research. Not a big deal. Doesn't absolve them from legal obligations as a landlord. You can't sign away the way contract law works in California. You can't just use it as a dodge. But it's actually kind of a common thing at multi-unit properties, protecting their liability, whatever. And I also have full insurance. I got proper insurance, so I should have done that. I did have to pay labor once before I did that, but from now on, if I have a guest or labor, I'm covered if shit goes down. And fire or my PlayStation overheats or some shit, which is a problem. I was just looking at that. Like, I keep mine. I make sure it's open. I don't fucking mess up the machine. But the place tripped on it, and I appealed once, and the supervisor said no, and I said, well, I want to talk to him and explain my research and shit, and he said he called me back and never did, and I contacted him again now, like, I'm waiting on him, like, yeah, we don't think so, you need that lease, and I finally sucked it up, and I gratuitously approached the landlord, and was like, hey, look, I'm sorry, I understand what you're doing, but it would really help me out if you could give me a lease. And we negotiated terms for increased rent, and to do so I'm still coming out ahead by approximately $3,000. However, I'm paying $200 more per rent per month while I'm being helped. She said she'd knock it back to the regular when we revert to license agreement. So, works for me. So I get 40% help out, right about, okay, 40% over 6 months. That's a major play. And I figured this out now, but already dropped the hammer on the financing and the shipment for the electronics. It's in the mail. Like, it might be here today. I saw it either today or tomorrow. One of the two. So, I got a statement from my MAGA fucking haters. Your guy, Trump, makes a business, incorporates, borrows money, goes belly up in the business, screws them over, loses everything, and in socialism, we all pay for their mistakes. The community steps in. I'm running a business, and I'm putting my own money on the line. I've done that with my disability back pay and my investments and the chunk of money I got from my quit claim to my inheritance, which has fucked me over, but I fought a long, hard time for civil rights and learned the hard way that poor people don't have rights, so I took what I could get. $35,000 for 850 acres, which if you do the basic math is anal rape. It's worth like $3 to $5 million. So I got 99% fucked. Oh, and also I had no use in enjoyment of those lands for 4 years of my life it took. Which is, I didn't understand it. I had legal right. There was 2 times it came up. In college when I was desperate, I asked Chuck if I could build primitive shelter on his land. It was a ton, that's huge amounts of land. And I needed shelter to survive and firewood. Like, I'm gonna die. You actually own enough property for me to homestead, kind of, can I crash in the woods? And you're like, nope. And then in high school, at the very end, they dumped me for a black girl. I was in charge of bucking and splitting timber. One of my major jobs growing up. And, I was harvesting from the land. A tree falls over, something wonderful in the house. That was a big deal. I prepped hundreds of cords of wood. And I needed a chunk of wood, a load of it, to take out in the woods, because me and the black girl were going to just camp in the woods overnight. It was snowing. And like it came to survivability. I'm good at making fire and shit. But if everything's wet and covered in water, that makes it really hard. So a big stacked, split, dried, cured, ready to go firewood, even if it's wet on the outside, you can just split it again, cut it down the inside, completely dry. Like, quarter inch down from the surface, it's completely dry. So you can make shavings from it to get it going. You're good. If you have cured, split, ready wood, making fires are easy. And my mother actually stepped in, because we were going to die. Like, around the country, like, there wasn't a plan B. I would have been trying to find deadfall in the woods that I could get at, dry wood, and making a fire on wet ground. I had cigarettes by then. It would not have been a good. But my mother got my father to let the black girl crash in our external garage, a separate building with no heat, no nothing, just a workshop and garage, and on the concrete cold floor with the blankets of the dog. Literally. So anyway, I'm putting my money into my business. Of course, it also means I don't have debt. Well, actually, no, I'm borrowing money for this. But I'm not going to pay 0 interest. I got special. I use PayPal loan, 0% interest, I pay in 6 months, and that happens to line up with everything. So as long as I do everything correctly, I should not pay 1 penny of interest. Knock on wood, I don't fuck that up. But all these people working against me, and I'm the one standing up for civil rights, standing against governmental abuses. I got a new thing going on too. We got a local cop that's on an anti-homeless streak and is abusing all the poor people. He got me the other day. I went to jail the other day. They plucked me out the corner, took me to jail. I had to Uber back. And I got a sinking suspicion it was those poor people that attacked me before and the police wouldn't do anything. Because when I showed back up, they're like, we thought you went to jail. I did. Now I'm back. What up with it? And took that corner for the rest of the night till fucking sundown. And they stood 10 feet away from me, smoking dope. The cops were on my case. And they were doing fentanyl. I have, but not much. Like, I'm not in that scene. And actually, when I started literally smoking fentanyl over me, I took off. But it was dark. It was split time. It was fucking full dark. And the place I was standing had super glare, like the sun set between these 2 trees and right in your face and just blinding you, looking up to like what you need to be looking at. Hooper, Hopper, something. And they've got this crazy law in Stockton that there is no solicitation within 100 feet of a traffic control device, which is just an absurdity. If you're wearing a Nike t-shirt waiting at the stoplight, you're violating the ordinance. So I'm going to blast him on that. But he took me into jail and said next time he fucking booked me. So that means in the meantime, things could be slow. However, I got vehicles and shit. Ooh, forgot that. I insured the second bike. I did a quote online, almost gave up. It was only $500 something. I'm like, no. But then I thought, surely it can't be that. It used to be, back when in 22 I got it, I did a full year of insurance for $82. So I was hoping it'd be real cheap like that again. And when I got the high quote, I already had logged into my account and everything. I thought my policies with them were included and all that was calculated. But it turned out it was not. That was calculated as a standalone, not in addition to the motorcycle insurance I already had. $23 for the remainder of the year, 9 months. That's it. $23. And I bought my renter's insurance and I cranked up the values, making sure everything's protected. So I could get robbed and cleaned out. And insurance fought me. I had to, it's like 3 or 4 hours. Their standard policy only includes the $10,000 for electronics, period. And that's not enough for me. So I hem and hawed with them and I have to write a different policy. I'm like, okay, call me back and when you get that figured out, I'll do it. And they did a couple hours later. And they raised it from 10 to 15,000, which is right about what it would take to just replace the computer, PlayStation, both TVs, all camera gear, all that. Right now, ballpark. So about 150% original, pretty much. And the discounts the insurance salesperson found made it a few dollars cheaper than it was before. And the total, I believe, 88 was the first quote. I think it was a little more than that. So my $88 and $90 per quarter. So $90 now, and 90 days, 180 days, and 270 days, $90 per year. So $30 a month. And on my immediate to-do list, I want to get my official tax ID and get a business registered and all that. And a tax guy.
I got a lot to do. So it'd really benefit me if the stalkers could just give me a while to work on my shit. Like, it takes me a while to set up. You can't take what I don't have. Let me build up my shit for a little while. But don't distract me and waste my time and mental effort, energy, and focus. Oh, and the I switch doctors, the psychiatrist I ended up getting with doesn't believe in ADHD meds and cut me off. So right away I told her, different doctor, but she also warned me there are only 5 such psychiatrists in the whole of San Joaquin County that work with my insurance, which is that's very select. So that's bad. But I have amoxicillin, which is the chemical name for Strattera, and it seems to help a decent amount. So not zero. But I'll be back on Adderall if I can wing it soon enough. Might help me lose some weight too. Anyway, I made a lot of progress, but bullies and pigs, that cop is going to fucking cause trouble. I went out to work for a reason. Like, I don't have to do anything. I have just enough money to goof off and do whatever I want. I got my rent covered. That was before I got 40% on rent paid for 6 months. But I'd be skimming by the skin of my teeth. That would not cover the new stuff. I got a bunch of new stuff. I bought the spherical camera, the drone. I have a new motorcycle helmet coming, finally. I've had shitty helmet. I have one medium helmet when I first got it that got fucked up real quick and wore out, and now the visor's gone, and it is a nice modular helmet, the Vox helmet. And then a shitty $50 off Amazon. It's fake carbon fiber that offers no protection. It's got jagged shit that you're dangerous as fuck, and has no latch, so the air pressure sucks it up. So I have a proper Sena. S-E-N-A. I think. So anyway, a proper helmet. So apparently I'm going to be biking long term. They're both paid off. My insurance is incredibly cheap, although I might want to consider upgrading to full coverage if someone jacks it. Gas, I mean, y'all fucking gas at $7 a gallon. Driving a 2-cylinder around might be the way to go anyway. And I've got, it turns out if you're on EBT, Walmart hooks you up with their Walmart Plus membership thingy, so I get vastly discounted deliveries and can do any delivery for Walmart for $5. And I don't often need to use it, but like when I got my paper towels, I wanted the discount. There was a $28 package marked down to $20. Big giant thing, no way to fit on the bike. No problem, send it. I bought a case of water. I'm loath to buy bottled water, but I checked out, it was like 32 bottles, $5. Okay, I ain't that resistant to plastic bottles. I'm still paying the fucking PlayStation. I cannot get my PlayStation membership canceled. And that's cost me. I'm gonna have to fucking end up, I can't find a customer service phone number. I can't find a direct customer service email. Like, they make it hard to cancel. And I don't have access to the old phone number, so I can't. I just fucking can't. And I figured probably when I get my PlayStation back when I clean out the boat. So I just gave up. Let them keep taking them on $10 a month. Although I need to upgrade that plan. The $15 a month one is one that includes all the extra free games and shit. And I have a collection of them, but you have to be on a $15 plan to access them. PlayStation Plus, I believe it is. There's even one more level. I don't need all that. But you get, like, every month or two, they give you 3 free games and a collection of old games. Like, I got Red Dead Redemption 2 on there. It was a cool, interesting game. No additional cost except that $5 a month. There's some other, I forget the details of that, but there's a few other perks you get. Maybe cloud storage for saves. Presuming that my stuff is okay on the boat, which I don't know because I disappeared and they took my shit. I'll be getting that. And I have a lot of my stuff now. Storage is cleaned. That also means I don't have, that's $150 a month savings. No more storage. Other bikes here. I had it running, drove it up on the trailer, the battery did die again, by the way. I'm pissed because I ran it pretty good and it didn't charge the battery, and that battery's brand new. Anyway, I made a hell of a lot of progress. But I need help. For people that have been watching for a long time, you've watched me lose everything and fight tooth and nail and come to the edge of death. It's time to start supporting me. I have either $1 or $3 option on Patreon. That's such a little amount of money. But you all know that I work my hardest to make a better life for myself. And I try to take advantage. Yes, I'm on disability, but I take what I get from the government and I try to run a business and make progress in life. And I'm always learning and progressing. Oh, I gotta get my pilot's license. Already working on it. I have a tab open on this phone. And I'm just making the assumptions that I can do so. So for me, it ain't shit. Yeah, so please share, like, subscribe. And please hit the Patreon and PayPal, like, donate some money. And I'm generous as fuck. If you have requests, especially over the old service, like issues to police in general or whatever, or maybe even just vlog topics, like, subscribe to Patreon, tell me what you want, and within reason, I'll do it. And also, I'm gearing up. One of the reasons I got spherical camera and stuff, I want to go, like, start really cop watching. Like, go hunting cops. They hate me anyway. And if I gain a big following cop watching, maybe I can hold it over their heads and be like, look, I'll back off and stop if you do something about the stalkers. I was tripping when they took me to jail the other day. I was like, look, I wouldn't have to do this if y'all enforced the law and do something about my fucking stalkers. And I just pick an issue out of the more than 10 years of abuse. Guess what I went with? Impersonation. Pet peeve of mine. Also extremely unethical. So yeah. I'm doing all I can do. Just imagine if I didn't have thousands of people working against me. I keep hoping that technology will change, that someone will do something so bad the cops have to do something, like Raging Rob goes on a killing spree or something. Maybe Richard will get caught on new sex charges. And also, as far as donations go, remember, I do this all alone. I don't have family, I don't have friends. I got no one supporting me. And the government doesn't like me. But not all cops are bad. That's what the saving thing of why I keep surviving. I don't break the law. I'll never steal. I don't do drugs that are illegal. I don't do gang shit. I mean, speeding on my motorcycle is about the worst you can get me for. And I'm a fairly cautious pilot. I do pretty well. Freeway's open, no one in front of me. I do get on moving a little bit, but I'm not reckless. People entertain themselves by hurting me. So the only way I can fight back is to make it cost them, to put them at risk. And there's where my crazy threats come from and what started all that. In 2016, after the restraining order failed, after I silenced all my projects so no one could say perverted shit to me, and Richard made the Troll Brigade Mafia and staffed it with stalkers, there started showing up videos of me being stalked. And in the comments of one of those videos, some of their own members started voicing concerns. Hey, you guys, you're going too far. This could blow back on us. What if he really kills himself and there's an actual investigation? We could get in trouble. And I took that idea and ran with it. You know what? Back then it worked. It knocked the numbers down. It scared off the lightweights. But over the 10 years since, they've compiled a group of people that are hardcore and get off on it and don't give a fuck. You know, some of them I found recently, there's some in Australia, like people that think they're immune. Like Australia extradites American motherfuckers. And they're part of the hackers that they definitely, they told me my own social security number. And that probably means they got a lot of applications for, like, a car loan. I was looking at car loans at the beginning of the year. Probably got a document me filling out financial details. Yeah. I'm a straight shooter. I support government accountability. I want people to be able to document police and government officials for freedom of the press and personal expression, freedom of speech. I'm not doing anything wrong. And the people that want to silence me, they do things that are wrong, and they don't want any witnesses. It's really what it is, and that's why they want to destroy my YouTubes and stuff. It's just purely, I'm pointing the finger at bad cops and government, and they want to hide it. And cops, family members, and stuff help them. Today it's me. Tomorrow it's you. That's how it always works. So yeah, share, like, subscribe, and someone please fucking donate.